United States Army's most reliable, versatile, and effective weapons system has always been the foot soldier. He can function in many environments, handle many situations. Militarily, he can be defined as a tactical force or an offensive unit. But the Army knows that above all, he is a human being, an individual who at all times must be prepared for and protected against a wide variety of hostile elements. This is the story of how the Army mobilizes science and technology in support of every combat soldier's well-being. The story of NATIC Laboratories, the field agency of the United States Army Materiel Command.
Okay, move out.
Occupying a 100-acre site not far from Boston, NATIC is made up of a complex of fully equipped research and engineering facilities. The staff of more than 1,700 civilian and military personnel includes an unusual percentage of highly trained specialists, more than 200 of whom hold advanced degrees. Though they work on a variety of diverse projects within the 6 major divisions of NATIC, they all share a common concern: the welfare of the United States fighting man. Nutrition is an integral part of that welfare. One of NATIC's largest divisions, the Food Laboratory, is fully equipped for preparing, analyzing, and testing foods of every type. Although they do not participate in planning the Army master menu, NATIC's staff of experts is frequently consulted in solving special nutritional problems. Emphasis here is primarily on research toward the design, development, and improvement of field rations for all the armed forces. Today's military strategy dictates mobility and speed. And to meet these demands, a soldier's rations must be light, small, easily prepared, and still packed with enough nutrition to keep him at top effectiveness. Currently, many kinds of NATIC-designed food rations are in use, each specifically tailored for a particular environmental or military situation. There are packets for men lost at sea, stranded in the Arctic, or alone in strange territory. Each food item developed at NATIC undergoes extensive testing before it is put into use. These volunteers are sampling newly developed foods under controlled conditions. Their responses are recorded for careful evaluation. NATIC knows that a food can pass a battery of lab tests with flying colors, but the test that really counts comes when it is eaten. The science of food technology is still in its infancy. At NATIC, each passing day hastens the transition of food preparation from a kitchen art to a skillful blend of chemical engineering. Here, a broad program of research is being conducted in food chemistry. In the division's analytical chemistry labs, scientists are trying to isolate the flavor components of certain basic foods, such as beef. Once these substances have been successfully analyzed, work will begin on the next step, synthesizing the same chemical in the laboratory. By unlocking the secrets of flavor in this way, the Army can ensure the fighting man that his rations will be at their best, no matter what the conditions. As always, the needs of men in the field dictate the direction of NATIC's research. This new cola-type beverage is the lab's answer to repeated troop requests for something to mask the bitter mineral taste of water in many parts of Southeast Asia. Not bad, eh? Over the years, some of the most consistently challenging food requests have come from the U.S. Space Agency. Astronaut foods must conform to the extreme weight and size restrictions of space travel and be able to withstand severe temperatures and acceleration without breaking down. What's more, the food must not break into fragments which could float weightlessly around the cabin. NATIC research is responsible for both the original tubed foods and more recently a bar style made in bite-sized chunks. Besides development of the food, a second major area of NATIC's work is devoted to its preservation. Probably the most significant development in this field since frozen foods came recently when NATIC developed the revolutionary concept of freeze-drying. Fresh foods are flash frozen and then subjected to drying in a vacuum chamber. Under these conditions, frozen moisture inside the peas evaporates without becoming a liquid. As a result, the peas do not shrivel up, but retain their form and appearance, even when returned to normal temperatures. They are much lighter, but still look almost fresh, and can be kept in this form almost indefinitely without refrigeration. Already, this freeze-dry concept has been incorporated in several types of NATIC-developed food rations, such as the long-range patrol pack. Small and compact, it contains an entire meal which has been frozen. When a soldier is ready to eat, he simply tears it open and adds a little water from his canteen. The food quickly reabsorbs much of its moisture and miraculously tastes almost fresh. The meal can be heated or eaten cold, and when no water is available, it can even be eaten dry. The long-range patrol pack now comes with 8 different menus, each furnishing a man over 1,000 calories at a sitting, while weighing only 11 ounces. The continuous flow ice cream plant is another new piece of equipment in Vietnam. Here again, the operation is quick and simple. The ice cream mix is poured into the mix tank. The mix flows through metering pumps to the freezer where air is added, and the mixture is whipped and frozen into a soft, semi-frozen ice cream. It is then put into refrigeration for hardening. The ice cream can then be packed into new lightweight insulated shipping containers for delivery to remote units in the field. The serving of ice cream to combat troops is an effective morale builder. This was in response to complaints of GIs who often found a puddle of vanilla soup for dessert at the end of their meal. NATIC's General Equipment and Packaging Laboratory has the responsibility for devising packaging techniques and materials that successfully resist moisture, heat, fungi, and other destructive agents in the environment. Both small items and large are studied to determine the most effective method of packaging. Protective techniques range from sealed plastic envelopes to crushable aluminum insulation. In fact, some packaging methods in common use today were originally invented by the NATIC staff in solving an Army problem. Packaging is not only designed and experimentally fabricated here, it is also subjected to a variety of hardship tests to see whether it can withstand the hazards of transportation and environment. Rotating shock drums and vibration machines make sure these lab-developed items are put to the test before they ever get to the field. Another major responsibility of this division is the design of field equipment. New and improved items for fighting men in advanced combat zones are constantly under development here. Mounted on wheels, the field laundry unit can be driven right into remote areas like a piece of standard combat equipment. This continuous bakery system developed by NATIC provides fresh hot buns on short notice. Dry mix and water are simply placed in the auger, and the dough is mixed and processed automatically. The machine then places the dough on baking trays, which are moved back and forth through the oven several times. Finished, the buns move out on either side of the unit, ready to eat. The entire sequence takes only 22 minutes. A variety of NATIC-developed field equipment can be found in nearly any Army field operation. This frame-supported shelter is a mobile maintenance facility that answers a pressing need of men in remote areas. Made of cotton over a lightweight magnesium frame, it is designed for use not only by trucks and jeeps, but helicopters as well. It's ready for use in practically any weather and any environment. This is the double-wall inflated tent. It is erected and held in place entirely by an air blower. The inflated tent is particularly useful in forward areas when frequent movement from place to place is experienced.